Hi, this is my overview of my technological tool for assignment 5.2a. The tool that I'm going to be using is called Pear Deck. What Pear Deck does is it turns Google Slides and PowerPoints into like interactive lessons. You can embed polls, activities, and other things into your slides. The educational purpose of this tool is to improve student engagement and allow increased flexibility for teachers. Challenges that this tool addresses include data collection, student engagement, and differentiated instruction. By providing formative assessment data like immediately, teachers can observe students' understanding. Pear Deck also integrates with Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams. And alongside these programs, it presents a teacher dashboard that encourages student data review and monitoring. Another factor that encourages student engagement is the ability for students to respond to prompts anonymously. This encourages even shy learners to engage with the lesson plan. Differentiated instruction is promoted through the flexibility inherent in the program. Students can work at their own pace or in a guided setting with a teacher. Following the installation of Pear Deck, teachers can use the program to build lesson slides with integrated questions, responses, and polls. Pear Deck includes both a live mode in which students follow along as the teacher presents the lesson and a student pace mode in which students control the speed that they work through. During assessment sessions, teachers can project answers to the class anonymously. Students join at joinpd.com with a code from their teacher. No account is necessary. They only need to have a compatible device and internet connection. In order to use the software effectively, students need only possess some type of computer like a Chromebook, a laptop, or an iPad that has internet access and a browser installed. So for this next part, I'm going to share my screen so I can demonstrate a little bit of what we have here. So here we have, oh, there we go. Here we have Pear Deck's home screen, and as you can see, this is the teacher side of things. We have certified English and language arts lessons, certified math lessons that you can just immediately go ahead and open up, quick checks, brain breaks, and discussion prompts. And also we have, if I can get to it here. This is the creation tab where I can actually make my own lessons and slides, and I can add links. I can insert different tools, diagrams, tables, things of that nature. Uh, Next part of this here. In terms of navigation, I feel like that was pretty straightforward. Uh, yeah. Okay. So next part here, educational benefits. One example of Pear Deck in action is an activity where we measure character motivation in S.E. Hinton's classic novel, The Outsiders. On the first slide, we start with an SEL check-in using Pear Deck's built-in emoji mood meter, which gives students an opportunity to let their teacher know how they're feeling. In our next activity, we analyze a quote from our main character, Ponyboy. Students can drag a dot during a built-in activity to demonstrate how Ponyboy's feelings are shifting based on what's happening in the story. On the next slide, we observe a short response prompt reflecting on story development. And finally, we use an exit ticket to reflect on what we read. Um, Pear Deck enhances student engagement and motivation by providing active participatory activities for every student. Every student's given an opportunity to respond rather than the usual method of calling on a few at a time. Students are more likely to pay attention with consistent engagement from the program and have less time to zone out. Anonymity aids in reducing the anxiety that comes with publicly answering a question. This compounds with the teacher's ability to see all of the responses immediately upon answering, and that in turn allows them to provide feedback on the spot, clear up any misconceptions in the content. Additionally, the game-like style of Pear Deck is effective in breaking up the boredom of long lectures and provides an opportunity for a more fun approach to the content. When identifying some limitations or challenges, the primary limitation is Pear Deck's reliance on the internet. If schools don't have adequate access to devices or internet, it could be a difficult time getting connected to Pear Deck. And another limitation is that a lot of these features are only available with the premium membership. A learning curve that may present itself is whether the educator has experience with technology. I feel like for most people, Pear Deck's going to be intuitive, pretty easy to access, but for those with a limited technological experience, you're going to need some training. When considering cost, it is important to note that a premium membership with Pear Deck runs around $149 a year. And the subscription provides access to a lot of the features I discussed earlier, but it might not be in the budget of every school. And while Pear Deck is a great tool for encouraging student engagement, accessing the site through a browser presents the potential for students to open other tabs and promotes distraction. Uh, Pear Deck is free with limitations. A premium subscription, like I said, is $149. Other costs to consider include the cost of devices with access to the program. The key difference between free and premium mode is added features like the teacher dashboard, student pace mode, and other customization factors when building slides. Premium mode includes all of the free features with these additional features on top. $149 a year only amounts to about $12 a month, which makes that number seem a lot more friendly. Pear Deck also provides some discounts for teachers with district licenses, with certain district licenses. In terms of data, privacy, and security, Pear Deck limits its collection of personal data, usually only collecting first names and email addresses. They do not display ads within the site or sell student data. In order to adhere to COPPA, Pear Deck requires parental consent through schools and does not use targeted advertising. Their security includes data encryption, and they conduct regular security audits to follow the recommended industry protocols. So, to conclude, I believe that Pear Deck can be a useful tool in many classrooms. Teachers should be encouraged to adopt programs such as this one in an increasingly digital classroom. Pear Deck promotes student engagement, lesson planning, and flexibility in instruction. And with a subscription price of only $149 a year, it's accessible to many educators.